Let's take a look. 23 minutes.
An
God, I'm a
Epic
boomer.
History TV BMF
So
Productions.
this is how Napoleon really started out.
In 1796,
I'm feeling this. This is nice.
The French Revolutionary Wars, a young French general took charge of a ragged, demoralized army in northern Italy. It was his first command. Many expected him to fail. Instead, in just 1 month, he won his first brilliant campaign. With astonishing self-confidence, boldness and energy, he led his army to victory after victory, transforming the war in Europe,
Such good editing, bro.
praise from
So
a
good.
grateful republic, and forging a legend.
It also really helps the video that they can use these oil
Napoleon
paintings a lot.
Bonaparte's first campaign, and the dawn of a new age. (1792). Europe is plunged into conflict by revolution in France. At first, it seems this infant republic will be quickly snuffed out by her neighbors. Incredibly, France clings on, thanks to
look at
mass
the grave, man.
mobilization,
Or are they
patriotic
sleeping?
fervor, and her traditional military power. In 1795, France occupies the Low Countries, while Prussia and Spain withdraw from the war. But the French Republic still faces a powerful
They don't make
coalition
things like
of
that anymore,
enemies,
huh?
which includes the Austrian Empire and kingdoms of Piedmont, Sardinia, Naples, and Great
I'm a
Britain,
bit nervous because I have to
as
wait
well
for
as
a
a
person to be like, 1
counter-revolutionary
second.
revolt in the Vendée region of western France. In Paris, the most extreme revolutionaries had been toppled, sent to the guillotine, as they had sent so many before them. France is
They give
now
their lives for the
governed
future
by
of bright
direct-
effing immigrants. Monkey Nate, I'm not doing this with you today. Not today. See you tomorrow, okay?
A more moderate five-man committee, which quickly wins a reputation for corruption and inefficiency.
Like always.
Nevertheless, in 1796, they plan a major military offensive to knock their most dangerous adversary, Austria, out of the war. The two main efforts will be made along the Rhine by powerful armies under General Jourdan and General Moreau. A third effort,
Was he wrong though? First time chatter, all the best.
which much less is expected, will be made in northern Italy.
So many fucking people
the French
involved.
army of Italy is a poor cousin, starved of money and supplies, stripped of troops to reinforce French forces on the
Yet
Rhine.
he still did such a good
But its
job, man.
fortunes are about to change. On the 2nd of March, 1796, the Directory appoint a new commander to lead the army. One of France's youngest generals, Napoleon Bonaparte.
This is his best campaign. A general's most important talent is to know the mind of the soldier and gain his confidence. He is not a machine that must be made to move. He is reasonable, being who needs leadership. Intelligent.
Napoleon arrives at the Army of Italy's headquarters in Nice on the 25th of March. He is just 26 years old.
Wow. Damn. What are you doing,
2 years
26?
have passed since
Watching
he
a streamer?
masterminded French victory at the Siege of Toulon. Since then, his fortunes have been mixed. A short spell as artillery commander in Italy, 10 days in jail when his political patrons fell from power. He then refused to serve in the Vendée, fighting French counter-revolutionaries, leading to several months' unemployment in Paris.
So many massive empire dictator people have always been like Hitler and stuff, right? They were imprisoned, homeless, losers, and then they become these massive fucking
Then, an extraordinary break.
historical figures.
13 Vendémiaire, Paris. A royalist mob threatens to storm the national government. Napoleon is the closest general to hand and put in charge of its defense. He disperses the crowds with brutal efficiency.
I'm on the first step to become Napoleon
and is
since I'm
acclaimed
unemployed.
savior of the revolution. A grateful Directory promotes Napoleon to General of Division and awards him command of the Army of Italy. On the 9th of March, he marries his great love, Joséphine de Beauharnais, and leaves for the front 2 days later.
He probably got laid hard, man, that night.
There are French generals in Italy with a better claim to command than Napoleon. Serrurier, a professional soldier who first saw action in the 7 Years' War.
Can you guys tell me how the culture was made that men wore these wigs back then? What is like the cultural beginning of that, the history of it?
A decade before Napoleon was born. Augereau, a tough, experienced soldier, bold tactician, and committed Republican.
They're just woke.
And Massena,
hiding boldness,
from the ranks,
status,
fearless,
syphilis,
tireless,
concealing syphilis and boldness.
Hero of the Battle of Lodi against
boldness
the
was considered
Austrians
uncool.
the year before.
Really?
All three would later become marshals of Napoleon's empire.
Now we have Ankara.
Napoleon seems to these veterans young and underqualified.
I'm super sorry, guys. It's just I have to wait for the cleaning lady and I have to check my phone. I'm sorry, guys. 1 sec. Man, Lisa made me nervous with her fucking comments in chat, but no one is texting me, so I should be fine. I'm not doing anything wrong. No one is ringing the bell. No one is calling me. Nah, not my problem. What the
appointment. Embarrassingly infatuated with his new wife. But there is something about the Corsican. As Massena observed, his small size and puny face did not put him in their favor. But as soon as he donned his general's hat,
crazy that might actually be legit quotes, huh? From like diaries and stuff.
Napoleon impresses above
That's so cool about history. This is not Avengers. This fucking happened. Mostly you have to be careful how much they edit and stuff, right? But this actually happened, man.
With his tireless energy. And he has much to do. His army is organized into Massena's advance guard of 2 divisions, one led by a hard-fighting Swiss general, La Harpe, and the other by Meunier, whom Napoleon soon decides is incompetent. The main body comprises the divisions of Augereau, Serrurier, and 2 smaller divisions under Macquart and Garnier. The cavalry is led by General Stengel. But the army of Italy has been shockingly neglected by the Directory. The men are hungry and unpaid, with a few units on the verge of mutiny. Some men don't even have shoes or muskets. Napoleon inspects the troops and studies reports. He enforces discipline and breaks up rotten units. He is assisted by his aide-de-camp, Junot, Marmont, and a dashing cavalry colonel, Joachim Murat.
Do you ever feel small when learning about these great historical men? I don't, because sure, they will be remembered forever, and I will not be remembered, and they're very influential, but yet these people, most of them, brought a lot of death and destruction. They brought a lot of pain, and I'd rather be surrounded by my kids and grandkids and die than this. I think I'm okay with it. I can sleep at night. I'm cool. I think every man has this feeling of maybe one day you want to be a legend and do something with your life. Most of us don't. But like, look at Trump. Trump will be one of the most remembered people of this era. But as what? As a fucking moron? You want to be remembered for that? Hitler's remembered forever. But he's one of the biggest killers and idiots ever living, right? So it's probably nice to be remembered for something beautiful, for something great. Like you invented fucking antibiotics or some shit, right? So I think I'm cool. I think I'm cool.
As emperor, Napoleon will make 2 of these men dukes and 1 a king. His most valuable assistant is his new chief of staff, General Berthier, who helps him to reorganize the army's supply system and scour southern France for food, transport, and forage. The situation begins to improve. But Napoleon knows what will really rejuvenate his ragged divisions.
A victory.
Victory in battle, and the promise of plunder.
Supply is king, man. I want to lead you into the most fertile lands in the world. Rich provinces and great cities will be in your power. There you will find honor, glory, and riches. Soldiers of Italy, will you lack courage or constancy? There's also Italian women. That's all. That was weird. I apologize. I take that back.
Napoleon has spent 2 years studying the situation in northern Italy and the
2 years of preparation
wars here. He has developed clear plans on how the campaign must be fought.
I'm sorry I'm watching this. I didn't want to watch it first. Just sick.
Put them into action. Napoleon, with 38,000 troops, outnumbers the Piedmontese and the Austrian army. But if they combine...
Susie is on the door. Why is she not ringing the bell? Okay, chat, we have to take a break. There is a human being here, and I want to say hello real quick. We have to take a little mini break. I'm waiting for her to come upstairs, and then I'm going to say hello, and then we're going to keep streaming. We're going to do that. I'm going to have to wait a sec. Yeah, I just recently found this YouTube channel and it's so good. Dude, we really reached a level. This is a big step forward in the human race, in my opinion. Learning, teaching, history. Do you want to go to a class in school where an old man goes for 45 minutes and then Napoleon, right? Just play them the video. Also, a lot of human brains will comprehend this information more. You have the moving pictures. This is some modern teaching. I mean, everyone has a different teaching level. Everyone has a different way to learn. Someone wants to rather read, right? But YouTube is teaching me more about history than teachers ever could. And no hate to teachers. It's not their fault. How do you keep up with this stuff? But imagine you're a teacher, and it's your goal. The government says, please teach young children about the Battle of Lodi. You're going to fucking just talk to them boringly or just show them this, right? Fuck school, just watch YouTube, right? Okay, guys, I need a little mini break. 1 sec. Do I look presentable? Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. This is fun. This is kind of cool content. Watching videos and then playing the battles. Really cool. I just have to pay her real quick and let's keep going.
He will be outnumbered, so he must prevent this at all costs. His plan bears all the hallmarks of what will become known as the Napoleonic art of war. A bold, rapid advance, not against the expected
Got a bit of blitzkrieg if you think about it, right? What he did.
Here he will occupy the central position and prize his enemies apart. He knows that when threatened, the Piedmontese will retreat on their capital Turin, the Austrians on Milan. With his enemies divided, unable to support each other, he can defeat each in detail.
There we go, okay.
Napoleon's plan will be aided by the fragility of the Austrians.
I'm gonna say some autistic stuff. You guys will fully agree with me. My entire life, since I'm living, I'm imagining one thing. I've been waiting for 30 years. One day, you're gonna be in your room, in like a VR room. You put on a VR set, and then there's a game where you are part of certain events, right? For example, I always thought about this, the Battle of Helm's Deep. One day, you're gonna put on a set, right? And you are on the wall of Helm's Deep, and you're just a nothing guy. Aragorn is over there, right? And you're like, whoa, whoa. And then the Uruk-hai are coming, and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was waiting for that, like well made, you know, well made. And one day, you like walk in a formation, Napoleon's army. And it might not even have gameplay. You might not even fucking shoot stuff. Just to experience this. It might be very traumatizing, though. It could be very traumatizing, right? And you just... You're right, though. This might have psychological impact, right?
Piedmontese alliance. They regard each other with deep distrust after years of rivalry. The new Austrian commander...
Hey, Tommy, just gave my coin away to Surfshock for the guy how made me buy her for dying as Soviet Union since and laughing my ass off. Your first message ever is, I just got your sponsorship. My man. My man. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, man. It really helps when these people see, oh, this guy actually is making people get Surfshock. They're like, oh, we're going to sponsor him again. But then again, read it up. Read it yourself as Surfshock. I never want to fucking scam or fuck you up. Read it up. See if it's real. It's all written down there, 30-day money-back guarantee. You can't really get fucked up from it, man. Thank you, baker of bread. You make me hungry.
Is experienced and was once considered energetic, but he is now
Imagine we are on Tommy
years
commands
old
us.
and does not know Italy. He is convinced the French will target Genoa, the port used by the British to supply their coalition allies. So much so that he rejects Piedmontese plans for close cooperation. Their troops remain scattered across mountain passes in a general defense against invasion. On the 4th of April, Napoleon moves his headquarters forward to Albenga in preparation for his offensive.
I'm so impressed by how he has information. So he's here, right? And how does he in his brain know where everything is? They are over there. There must be scouts the entire time. Like a guy writing, Napoleon, we are in position over there, blah, 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 blah. So if I was an enemy, I would always try to kill scouts. I will try the entire time to kill lonely riders.
But Beaulieu strikes first. On the 10th of April, Austrian troops take Voltri to disrupt the expected French attack on Genoa. The small French garrison falls back to join Massena's advance guard.
Scouts are really fast.
But Beaulieu's fixation with Genoa is playing into Napoleon's hands. Dago, with its vital crossroads that link the Piedmontese and Austrian armies, is covered by just 8,000 men of Argenteau's corps. Mountainous terrain means Beaulieu can only march to Argenteau's aid via Acqui, more than 20 miles to the north.
But why? Why can he not go?
What's more, Argenteau has orders to take French positions at Montenotte.
But they're fighting in the labyrinth.
As a diversion for the attack at Voltri.
Montenotte.
But the French cling on courageously. Corporal
they had a new horse for the scout at every station.
Himself, exposing himself to enemy fire to shoot down on the enemy. His commander, Colonel Rampont.
Sorry, I want to take a break and I want to understand something. I don't understand. Mann, verdammt, komm jetzt. I want to see what that looks like.
Is Alex, and I'm a volunteer with Washington Crossing Historic Park.
What a massive these guns are. Holy shit. That's why I want to watch that. It gives you like a feeling of it.
Start by taking a cartridge from his cartridge box.
That's one massive. Chat is going to be like, this is one of the newer versions.
Black powder and a musket ball. A soldier was trained to load and fire 3 times.
3 shots per minute?
So he would start.
What a massive gun. What is the caliber?
The end of the cartridge.
Can't even imagine.
To open it up, he would pour some gunpowder.
That shit probably fucks you up.
Pan.
Makes you wonder. I have so many weird questions. Why didn't they already back then use the way rounds look nowadays? Long and with a pointy end. Why was it like little circle thingies, little balls?
He would put the rest of the gunpowder and the musket ball down the barrel.
They didn't know better.
Ramrod.
Bolts are much easier to make. They didn't have the technology.
Home, so it's firmly seated.
Rifling wasn't invented. Smooth bore. Then Prussia invented it.
Soldier would come to the position of shoulder arms, and he would be given these 3.
That's a heavy-looking gun, man.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
That probably smells really good. If you ever shot a gun in real life, it smells really good.
Tells his men, "Here we must conquer or die." A moment which quickly enters French military folklore. It's the perfect setup for Napoleon. The enemy's attention is focused on Voltri, and Argenteau's corps has been left dangerously exposed. He swings into action, sending La Harpe's division to reinforce Rampont's troops, while Massena makes a tough night march across steep ravines.
You probably had to march so much back then.
Argenteau.
Before there was motorized and shit, you probably marched so much, man. These people were just walking all day. Oh, ich hab meine 1000 Schritte voll.
By dawn, the Austrians are outnumbered, outflanked, and under heavy attack.
Thank you, Nestor, my dude. Thank you so much, man.
Disarray. Napoleon orders Massena to move on Dago, while he turns his
If this channel ever decides to go in-depth into World War II, holy shit, man.
attention to the Piedmontese.
I think he's now thinking about that.
But Augereau's advance gets held up at Cosseria. The old castle is
These
held
old
by
pictures are so
Piedmontese
cool.
and Croatian grenadiers. The French launch frontal attacks
He's now starting
into
World War II
withering fire
episodes. Huh.
and suffer hundreds of casualties. When the colonel of the 18th Demi Brigade is killed, a 26-year-old Louis Gabriel Suchet takes over command. "I have never seen fire like it," wrote Marmont, Napoleon's aide-de-camp.
Would your VR dream look like this? Here we go. Yeah! Whoa! I think that's where I live. No, there was something else where I live. What the fuck? Yeah, imagine that as a VR game. Autism POV. Dude, I'd be very happy to be behind, man. Nice hobby. It's in Czech Republic.
Despite
Where I
heroic
live, I might even.
resistance,
Oh, we will see. We'll see.
the hopelessly outnumbered garrison surrenders the next day. With Serrurier's division also advancing from the south, Piedmontese
What a
commander
complex
General
goddamn
Colli
war, man.
has little choice but to abandon
Thank you,
his position
Iowa
at
Toad.
Montezemolo.
Thank you, man.
The same day, under Napoleon's watchful eye, Massena takes Dago.
It's very funny to see how Napoleon never does anything because he understands. In Total War Napoleon, the generals die instantly. You can never
While
get
the
close.
Harp's division moves off to reinforce Augereau, hungry French troops left in Dago turn to plunder and pillage. No one spots Colonel Vukasovic, a tough Croatian commander, approaching with 3,000 reinforcements. He attacks at
These
dawn,
pictures,
routing the
eh?
French and retaking
So
Dago
cool.
with ease. It requires the recall of La Harpe's division and another day of heavy combat before Vukasovic can be driven out of Dago. A bayonet charge led by 27-year-old Colonel Lannes wins particular praise from General Bonaparte. Napoleon has won 3 victories in 4 days. The marches and battles have been grueling, but he has achieved his first objective.
These guns are massive,
The
dude.
Austrians are regrouping at Acqui and will soon retreat to Alessandria. They can offer no support to the Piedmontese.
Pussies.
And so General Colli orders another withdrawal to a strong defensive position behind the Corsalia River. Napoleon orders an immediate attack. Augereau's division on the right, Serrurier on the left, Massena in support.
But the Battle of Lodi is about
But the
retreating
French,
Austrians.
under heavy fire, struggle to cross the swollen river with its steep
Imagine
banks.
seeing shit like this in real life, man. You will
When
never forget that till the day you die.
troops finally get into San Michele, they immediately begin looting the town and are thrown out by a counterattack. Despite his success, Colli is still heavily outnumbered and fears encirclement. The following evening, he begins a covert withdrawal to Mondovì. But Napoleon is not deceived by the fake campfires. Patrols
fake
confirm
campfires.
his suspicions. The Piedmontese are pulling back. Though his troops are exhausted, wet and hungry, he launches them after the fleeing enemy. Colli's troops are caught before they can establish a new defensive line.
Do you think these
brave and
pictures are
popular
made
General-
live? Like someone is actually looking for a position and looks at this stuff and then paints later on from memory? 'Cause I don't think so. Yeah, this is painted later. Yeah.
Rodicat is killed.
Maybe sometimes sketches.
Retreat turns to rout. The French enter Mondovì in triumph, where at last, briefly, they can eat and rest.
The two armies which lately attacked you in full confidence now fly before you in terror.
General Colli, his defeated troops scattered and demoralized, requests an armistice. Napoleon declines as his troops descend from the mountains
Jesus, man,
into
just
the
fucking
fertile plain of Piedmont.
let the guy surrender.
Destitute and starved, French soldiers now plunder the Italian countryside freely.
Civilians are always the biggest losers in every war in the last thousands of years, huh?
Brigadier General Joubert is among those frustrated by the men's conduct. Everything would go very well if the soldiers did not abandon themselves to pillage. Not a day passes without some
Probably shit ton of rape,
looters
yeah.
being shot. Despite this severity, the mania doesn't stop. The rural folk are arming themselves.
Seems always intelligent that if you know war's coming, civilian to get the
behavior,
fuck out, man.
But his orders have limited impact, especially as everyone knows Generals Massena and Augereau to be two of the greatest offenders. On the 25th of April, French troops enter Carrasco, just 30 miles south of the Piedmontese capital, Turin.
Oh, the Austrians are coming.
Meanwhile, General Beaulieu is at long last marching to Piedmont's aid. But he is a week late. And when he learns that Piedmont has opened negotiations with the enemy, he withdraws his troops in disgust, planning to take up new positions.
I'm fucking Italians, man. I'm going home.
Austrian troops join in the plunder of Piedmontese villages as they
shit.
go.
Dude, fuck
Victor
being civilian.
Amadeus III, King of Piedmont Sardinia, sees no option but to accept Bonaparte's terms for an armistice. Piedmont must give up the strategic fortresses at Cuneo and either Alessandria or Tortona, leaving the country virtually defenseless. The final peace treaty, signed 3 weeks later in Paris, cedes Nice and Savoie to France.
I always say Savoy, it's Savoie.
To French armies. Napoleon has ended the 4-year war with Piedmont in less than 3 weeks.
Damn. You think your soldiers got like medals and stuff? Dude, that's it. Wait. Napoleon era medal. There must be some archaeology on that shit. Damn, imagine that shit. France, First Empire Napoleon. Gold medal in 1818. It's not what is that? Of the very few surviving gold awards during the reign of Napoleon, as such, one of the highest rarities of great historical interest. Wow. Imagine like your family still owns something like that. God damn. That's real shit. Very, very rare, these things. Wow. Yeah, that's something German. Original pair of the Napoleonic War period issue medal. The Prussian and Bavarian Battle of Waterloo. Battle of Leipzig. You got a medal for that. Damn. I don't think it will really help these soldiers to have a medal.
The army of Italy has little time to rest on its laurels. 4 days later, having received 7,000 reinforcements and fresh supplies, it's on the move again. Napoleon plans to invade the rich province of Lombardy, ruled by the Emperor of Austria, and defeat Beaulieu's army. But first he must cross the Po River, which is closely watched by Austrian forces. It will prove one of Napoleon's most brilliant maneuvers. Massena is ordered to make conspicuous preparations to cross the river near Sale, assembling boats and building gun batteries. Meanwhile, Napoleon has
how
formed
ravaged
a
the
new
country must be
elite
after
brigade,
a war like this is
5,000
happening in it.
Grenadiers, Carabiniers, and Chasseurs to act as the army's advance guard under the command of General d'Allemagne. This force is ordered to march rapidly east to Piacenza and cover 40 miles in just 36 hours. They are followed by La Harpe's division, then Augereau and the cavalry. Beaulieu receives reports that French troops are moving east and begins to redeploy his forces, while remaining conscious that there are still French troops that might cross the Po as far west as Valença. This uncertainty makes it impossible for him to concentrate his forces. What's more, he's completely underestimated the scale and speed of Napoleon's move.
He's like doing ancient blitzkrieg by just marching fast.
Lead, crosses the Po on the 7th of May, chasing off Austrian patrols that are the only opposition. By the next morning, most of La Harpe's and Augereau's divisions and the cavalry are across.
Shouldn't they just destroy all the
consolidating
bridges?
The French bridgehead, while Massena and Serrurier move to the crossing as fast as they can. Men of General Liptai's division are the closest Austrian troops. They take up defensive positions at Fombio, but are overwhelmed by the French attack. That evening, Beaulieu's advance guard arrives, expecting to reinforce Liptai. Instead, they blunder into La Harpe's division. In confused night fighting, General La Harpe is shot dead, possibly by friendly fire. Napoleon regards him as one of the army's best generals, and his loss a great blow.
Oh shit.
Beaulieu, realizing that the French have crossed the Po in force and now threaten to cut him off, orders a rapid withdrawal east. Milan is to be sacrificed. The great fortress of Mantua will be his next refuge. The French advance guard is soon in pursuit. On the morning of the 10th of May, they catch the Austrian rearguard at Lodi.
Ah, that's it. That's what we're gonna play, chat. Oh shit.
French troops chase the Austrians across town and over the town's 200-yard bridge over the River Adda. But when they try to follow, they find the bridge is swept by fire from 14 guns. Its far end is held by 3 battalions of Croatian infantry. Several more battalions and cavalry squadrons are behind them in reserve, around 6,500 men in total. Napoleon soon arrives and positions guns to bombard.
Wait. A Napoleon-era cannon 6-pounder. What does that feel like? What does that look like? This one?
So first off, what he's doing, he's taking any
They're not that small. No, 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 no. No, no, no. That's bullshit. Oh, what, 12-pounder? What does that say? How do you read the title of a short? I don't even know.
In big heaps.
What is this, man? Come here. Okay. That was actually AI, Tommy. That's AI? Oh, fuck off. Everything is AI with you people. Shut up. Here. Oy, oy, oy. That looks like I was looking for. That looks like a real cannon. Oh, oy, 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 oy.
That is literally shocking.
They probably had a lot of shock momentum. They just shocked people. Because honestly, they don't have an explosion. Like SPG, right? This is it's just a straight bullet that goes very straight. But if you see your mate getting blown up by it, that's probably crazy psychological damage.
The Austrians on the far bank.
It was a naval cannon. Oh, man, jetzt leck mich.
Duel rages for much of the afternoon. Napoleon sends Beaumont's cavalry brigade upstream to look for a ford so they can cross the river and flank the Austrian defenses. But he grows impatient. Massena's division has begun to arrive from the south, bringing his strength up to 15,000 men and 30 guns. Napoleon makes a speech to the infantry, taunting them, daring them to take the bridge, then orders them forward.
Oh,
The cries of
dude, imagine that, man. I am Napoleon. I order you to go over the bridge. And you're like, fuck, I can't. If I don't do it, I'm a deserter. They will fuck me up. Oh, dude. I would like crawl or something. But damn, bro.
Vive la République!
Yeah.
The 2nd Carabinier Battalion leads the charge. They come under torrential fire from the Austrian
Jesus.
guns. But urged on by Napoleon, Berthier, Massena, Lannes, and others, French infantry surge across, under, and around the bridge. Faced with this irresistible onslaught, the Austrian front
Insane that they managed to pull this off.
line
That's
crumbles.
insane, man. That is
With
insane.
French cavalry across the river
Wow.
to the north, the rest of the Austrian rearguard begins an orderly withdrawal.
How? You are the one holding the bridge and you have 1, 2, 4 casualties? As you are the defender of a bridge? What are you, fucking stupid? I could have done better. I no longer regarded myself as a simple general, but as a man called upon to decide the fate of the people. Uh-oh. They really need some machine guns.
5 days after his victory at Lodi, Napoleon leads his army into the city of Milan. They are welcomed by cheering crowds. Though in reality, Italians are deeply divided in their attitudes towards the French. After Lodi, French soldiers have a new nickname for their general, Le Petit Caporal, the Little Corporal. It's a term of affection because he gets his hands dirty, even aiming the guns himself, the job of an artillery corporal. In just a month, Napoleon has transformed a war-weary, disheveled and demoralized army into a victorious fighting force, brimming with esprit de corps and eager for further conquests. While he, in
Commander, I
his
need you to
first
calm down with your
campaign,
autism.
has
Take 10 deep
demonstrated
breaths.
extraordinary energy, mastery of detail, brilliant military intuition, above all, indomitable self-belief.
Well,
It
let's
is
see
this quality that inspires his
if I can do
soldiers
that too.
to risk their lives for glory, for the Republic, and
Cities
for
are
the man
so good,
they
man.
will
Wow.
one day acclaim their emperor. A big thank you to PMF Productions.
Okay.
She slipped through my fingers like sand. Heard that she had a man. Now I'm just sitting here sad. Oh well, ship sail. She slipped through my fingers like sand.